What's up everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alice. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. If you're not new, welcome back. Today I decided to share with you one of my favorite cake recipe, which is an apple cake. Perfect for the fall season because we have the cinnamon, we have the apples. It's very delicious and super easy. This is a very old recipe. It's been in my family for 3 generations. It comes from my grandma. So it's a very tested recipe and I'm pretty sure everybody can make it. It's super easy, but very delicious. So let's start to see what we need for this beautiful cake. So of course, we're gonna need apples. Don't worry, all the measurement is gonna be listed in the description box down below, so don't you worry about it. We're gonna need cinnamon. I'm not crazy about cinnamon. I'm not the biggest fan about cinnamon, but this cake, without cinnamon, it doesn't hit the same way. I don't know, it's just like apple and cinnamon, it goes together way too well. So you're gonna need apple, cinnamon, lemon zest, melted butter. This is a combination between flour and cornstarch. The cornstarch makes the cake a little bit more fluffy. Then we're gonna have some milk, sugar, eggs, baking powder, and vanilla powder. But you can also add like vanilla extract if you don't have the vanilla powder. It can substitute it like with a tablespoon of vanilla extract. So this is all you need. Make sure your eggs are room temperature because they're gonna whip better. So as you can see again, I have my beautiful machine here. You can also do with a hand mixer. It's gonna be super easy. But as you guys know, I love this bad boy, so I'm just gonna use it. So first thing first, we're gonna pour the sugar into the bowl, all the sugars. And then in this bowl, we're gonna crack the eggs. So we're gonna avoid any shell, just in case if we crack any shell in the eggs, it's not gonna go in the sugar. Okay, once you crack all the eggs, you're gonna pour it inside. And you're gonna start the machine. And you're gonna let it go for about 5 to 10 minutes until it's nice and fluffy. So I let my eggs and sugar whisk for about 8 to 10 minutes. In the meantime, I chopped one of the apple in very small cubes. And I also grated the lemon zest with my whisk. I'm just gonna add it to the butter. I always like to add the lemon zest to my butter because because we melt the butter, so it's still a little warm, and the heat is gonna make like the scent even stronger. So that's another trick. So now that we have our eggs and sugar whisked well, we're gonna add the butter all at once. And we're gonna add a little bit of cinnamon, like about half a teaspoon. If you like more cinnamony, you can add more, whatever you like. Gonna add a little bit. And also we're gonna add the vanilla flavor. And the glass of milk. I'm just gonna take my machine down and pour it all in. And we're gonna let it whisk for another minute until all the ingredients are well combined. So now that all my wet ingredients are all nice and well combined here, I start to preheat my oven at 325 because this cake, it's a little tricky, the cooking time. Basically, you have to cook the cake for like the first 25 minutes at 325, and then you raise the temperature at 350 for another 20 minutes. So you're gonna preheat your oven at 325. In the meantime, I'm gonna add my apples, my diced apple inside. Then I'm gonna grab my baking powder. You can use just regular baking powder. This is just flavored with vanilla. And I really like this brand. It's an Italian brand. I really love it. I always use it for my dessert. And we're gonna sift the flour. Another thing that I did while I was mixing my wet ingredient, I also sliced the last apple very thin, and I like to leave the skin on because we're gonna put it like on top as decoration. So I think the skin, it gives a little bit more, it gives a little bit of color, so it looks a little bit better. So I'm just gonna pour all the flour at once. Remember, this is a combination between flour and cornstarch because it's gonna make your cake a little bit more fluffy. So we're gonna sift the flour. We want to sift the flour because we don't want any clump, as you can see here. And then we gonna combine all those ingredients top to bottom, so like our batter stays nice and fluffy. We're gonna use a spatula. Okay, now that my cake batter is ready, I lined a pan with some parchment paper. I didn't put any butter or anything because we have butter in the batter already. It's not gonna stick. And if it sticks to the sides, don't worry. You can just go around with a butter knife once it's cooked, and then you're gonna be able to take it out of the pan. So I'm just gonna pour the cake batter. This is like perfect for an upcoming Thanksgiving. I know like we just celebrate our Thanksgiving here in Canada, but I know like in the United States is like a month after us. So this is gonna be perfect for that. Just make sure that you scrape very well. Really good. And now we're gonna place our apples on the surface, and also we're gonna sprinkle the surface with a little bit of sugar, mix it with a little bit of cinnamon, just like for caramelization, and to give it a little bit of different texture. You guys, the cake is done. It's still a little bit warm, but I was able to take it out of the pan. So this is the final result. I'm just gonna cut it a slice. Okay guys, we gotta do the taste test. Look at this. Look how beautiful it is. Like you have enough apples in it, but it's not overwhelming. And the top is nice and caramelized with the cinnamon sugar. It's delicious. I also made myself a little bit of tea because why not, right? Instead of having coffee, we're having tea today. So let's give it a try. It's super soft. Oh my God. My house right now, between the candle, the vanilla candle that I have on, and the apple cinnamon, it smells so good. Oh my God. This cake, it's amazing. It's still a little warm, but it's perfect. You know what you can do if you're a fat ass like me? You should get a scoop of vanilla ice cream or French vanilla, and when it still kind of like a little bit warm, you eat it with that. Delicious. So I am gonna continue eating my slice of cake because why not? We need to have a little dessert once a week, right? And until next time, I'll see you soon, my beautiful people. Bye. Love you.